Let me stop. Let you say
They say that I am conceited. Well, I must admit, I think I'm the shit. They say that I talk too loud. But when I rock the crowd, sit your black ass.
Let's go. It ain't time yet. Oh, let me tell you how to do it.
You live right now? Y'all been like y'all do introduction? Oh, let people get up in there first.
Yeah, I'm a couple minutes early.
Mom, so I ain't even moving forward. I'm moving like my double. Girl, you was messing up. I didn't. Did you break the ones I bought? What do they get broke?
See, I grew up thinking I want shit. Them motherfuckers can't fuck with this. See, I ain't trying to say I'm better than y'all. I'm just listening to the mirror on the wall.
Hey, Miss Quinn.
To love myself now, I believe that confidence is what I want. 'Cause I can do whatever.
I'm telling y'all, you know, I got to go live on the next.
I didn't like her skin was too black. Mama said the black, the berry, the sweet, the juice. The berries, the light, they have no use. When I lost my man, I lost everything, y'all thought I was sure.
I learned that.
I'm so supreme. I'm better than you. It's my life. I call shots.
Oh, no, let her look at it.
Oh, puppy love. I left her unlocked because you make her like this one little late. I don't know. This don't be working out. You make that on the angle, so.
I'm just listening to the mirror on the
Yeah,
wall.
we're gonna
And see, my mirror tells me I don't need all that.
had some stuff to
All
do.
them fake nails.
Jamaica, I'm having a problem. She's on live. I'm having a problem finding. They want to wear you. She's
I ain't
something
trying to
taking
do
some
all
money
that
off.
fake mess. Not today.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm sad. Oh, don't worry about it, honey.
You gotta get
I'm trying to get, gotta get, if I can get this to looking right. But I don't seem to get this to how would you see that? Because I'm messing up on the angle.
I'm so
This is pretty cool. If I fit that.
It's my life. I call shots. I can do whatever I want.
Okay.
this one.
Okay.
Which one are you looking at?
We're really looking at that one. I don't even know why. Okay. So, just, I don't want to do that to everybody. Hey, y'all. Happy Total Woman Tuesday. A week is over so fast. Jamaica cannot be here today, but I am being joined in Clark Studios with the lovely Deja. I said it right. I always say I'll make some names, so I do know her name though. This is my oldest son's girlfriend. I hope it's not my youngest son's girlfriend, but some people got swag like that, right? And so they're going to watch the fireworks, but before they left, I convinced them to stay a little bit so she could do it for live. And talk a little bit. I told her at any time she could get up and leave, so they're ready to leave. Because sometimes older people be a little long-winded. If you see her get up and walk out, don't think she's disrespectful, because she's really not. So we got the handsome Jaywan on the cameras today. He doesn't want to be on camera, not right now. Okay, he's behind the scenes, so thank you for your help, son. Let's see who's with me right now. Hey, Miss Lynn. Hey, Deidre. And Miss Lynn and Deidre. And Miss Lynn and Deidre. And, of course, Jamaica. I always say your name wrong, Miss Henderson. And, that's it right now. Okay, so, you feel funny, Henderson? You feel relaxed? Okay. So, then while you can cut off the, but anybody that's new listening, watching, that is I'm Better Than You by the Naked Girl. How you like that song? I've always had her come in and come into the studio and listen to what we have going on, just to get a opinion of the youth to just see if we on target, because I just don't want to be an old lady thinking she's so young, doing young stuff and she's at home. So I always got to get some input. You can cut it off, did I say get it out? It doesn't like that.
I ain't say that. You just ain't go with that.
Who said? Somebody has to be hooked up with. You can't be William. That's my son's daughter, girlfriend. You can't. I'm sorry. But look, and we like, see how you a lot of people be like, we have a lot in common. It seems like, I don't know. He didn't realize that at first or whatever. As time go on, you realize it more. Was that on purpose or no? Because people be trying to figure out how that works.
It's gonna work.
And that's why I feel like parents, especially, have to be the examples for their kids, well, especially mothers, because I don't care what nobody say. You show me a young man that does not desire to pick a woman that reflects the woman that raised him. I show you a mother who has not been, to some extent, a role model to their child. So when you have all these guys out here dating women of other races, calling them exotic, I just say somewhere he didn't see realness in his mother, and that's why he thinks something else is better. And cause I mean, I'm exotic, ain't I, Devon? You can't say that I'm exotic. I'm the bomb mama though, right?
Yeah.
I am. Yeah. I ain't did everything right. It's a lot of stuff I did not know how to do. So when I talk about parenting, it's never coming from a space where I'm pointing a finger. It's coming from a place because I've lived through some things I talk to my kids about, and some things I don't, and one day they'll know. But you know, it's very important that you be honest with your children so that they never, don't pretend like they don't see what's going on, because if you never talk to them, you never get a chance to, I'm not going to say explain, because if you explain it, you want to really be able to tell if you're right. It's just about them understanding what they've grown up around, some of the decisions that you've made. So even if they don't understand, they know why. Of course, I'm not saying have that conversation at 14. But when your child gets of age, or you see that there is some discourse going in, I just think that it is good to talk about it some, so that they could understand. Happy Independence Day. So they're going to watch the fireworks. I'm calling it Happy Independence Day to all my regular women. And I think that it's very important that that we understand what independence really is. I hear something talking. Is that us? That might be the phone. I thought about it today. So at first I wasn't gonna go live, because I figured, you know, so many people will be out having fun and fireworks and all the good stuff. But then I was like, nah, because I wanted to talk about how when I think about Independence Day, 4th of July, what does that mean to you? Do you remember anything they taught you in school about it?
Yeah, just like we got independence from Britain, I think.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, I mean, to me, history is just kind of, I only care really about Black history. That's what means the most to me. Like, you know, how they came from Great Britain and took over and stuff, and then we ended up being slaves. Like, that's the part that matters to me. I don't really care that we got independence from Britain. Like,
so you just think, I got a day off, or I'm having some festivities. And I think, I mean, people could be like that. I just be when I see story here's when I was in school, I didn't pay attention, right? So they taught us these things. A lot of it, if you didn't want to learn, you didn't see the relevance in it. I think that's why a lot of black people, especially, don't see the things that we can overcome. It seems so big. And you take something like the 4th of July, the independence that came during the Revolutionary War, when the 13 colonies wanted to break away from Britain. They was tired of being taxed. They wanted to be free, right? And so they like, I'm not doing that shit no more. And here we got the United States of America as a result of that. How big of a deal that is, and we can't decide to protest little small things. You know what I'm saying? We think we cannot decide to protest against what they're doing to our food. We think that we can't protest against what they're doing in the education system. We think we cannot protest against black boys still being shot dead in the street. And I'm not talking about going outside and walking for miles. I'm talking about with the click of your finger deciding you're not going to sign on to a social website. What else you could do? Don't do no online shopping. Some sort of something, because somebody's always getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Advertisers is always, working hand in hand with these sites. Just something that we don't even have to get hurt no more to make protests. People died, and we act like we just still stuck. And so
a big thing is making sure that you're spending your money within the community, spending money in black businesses, putting your money in black banks. That's the biggest thing, because white people can say all the time, they can do whatever they want, but we're still giving them our money.
Exactly.
So we just have to be cautious of where we're putting our money, because once they're not getting money, that's when they're gonna start making a difference.
Yes, naked girl, naked girl. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And I mean, do you think the youth is ready for that, and it's the parents that don't push it, or what? Are y'all tired?
Oh yeah, I'm tired. Me and my mom are on it. We have these conversations all the time, because it's a legit thing. We're black. I'm a black child. My children are gonna be black, so it's a thing that I have to be cautious of, and it's something that I need to be aware of and try to make a difference before I bring another child into this.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Does it amaze you how much people don't care about what's happening?
Yes, it really makes me mad, because I'm that could easily be you,
mm-hmm.
Or your family member or something like that.
But we had a 2-week back and forth with women that want to be called fathers. I don't understand. I mean, I think her mother's done a great job with her. And so maybe she thinks different. I think your mother's an athlete, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's an athlete, so maybe some of that is about athletes being leaders and stuff like that. I'm sure that plays a huge part in upbringing and character building. I think that no matter if a child goes pro or not, I think every parent should put their child in some sort of athletic activity, because it teaches them adversity, teamwork, listening to authority, and leadership, time management. And so if you think that you cannot do it, if there's a single parent out there, or a household with both parents but it's not functioning the way they want, put your child in some type of sport. Parents, if you have children that you do have in little leagues or all these leagues, let your coaches coach these kids without you stepping up in their way and say, don't talk to my child like that. Stop carrying your kids' uniforms too. How you gonna bring them out to the football field and you carrying his helmet and his pads? That looks ridiculous. It's so throwing them 10 steps back. Again, I speak from a perspective. I would have been the mother carrying the shit. Jay, don't carry that shit. Let him figure out how to hold it, put the helmet through the hole, how to hold it. You know what I'm saying? Let him figure it out. So I know how easy it is to want to baby a child. I don't know why, but I know how easy it is to do that. We're kind of jumping all over the place, which is fine with me, because I didn't expect to have her. So as I'm thinking of things to talk about, I am asking her, because we don't always get to see a young perspective on the things we do, you know, with Naked Girls and Total Woman and even Bears and Bubbles. So I think that this is a great conversation. And then I'll tell you why I'm tying in Independence Day with the celebration of regular women. Let's see. So, hey Deanna, hey Omalola, hey Yende. I was just going to be quiet in this, ladies, just listening. Oh, Yende just gonna be quiet today. Let's see if you could get it all the way to the end. Miss Lynn said hashtag buy black. And that's how we feel. I went by somebody's post the other day, and they was just saying like we need to create this virtual world, you know, with like-minded people. I think Turner's Church is the virtual world of like-minded people, and it's like this is for us, by us, and we have to go through so much convincing. What Turner's Church is we like to call it a black Facebook. The founder of it is 33, I think, or 34, and he has a tech company, and so he creates apps that mirrors the apps like Groupon. We got Black Groupon. We got a party app. Now he has Turner's Church. You know the story of Nat Turner. And so it's like we have this thing that looks just like Facebook. We just can't go live yet. And Facebook wasn't always live. And people have so many things to say, you know, about why they cannot use this app. I mean, is it like Facebook? I don't want to do this. I can only use that. And I'm like, it's such a great accomplishment for a black-owned business to do such a thing. And people still are not happy with the accomplishments that most people cannot do. I don't understand that. And that's what I think with the younger generation, y'all have so much audacity to dream bigger, right? But everybody doesn't have parents that's steering them in the right direction.
Right. Yeah, that's a big thing. Like, if I didn't have my mom, I don't think I would be like on the right track, because you people say like your peers and your surroundings are what guides you. But at the end of the day, you come home to your parents. You know your parents are there for you. If you need something, you should be able to depend on your parents and know that they're going to help you. That's my thing. I don't know.
Yeah, you should be. But a lot of parents just still don't want to grow up. And a lot of that has to do with because we still listening to the same music of our children. That's why shout out to Black Monopoly and all the projects that we pushing out of really great music that's like for grown people, but that your kids won't mind listening to, because that music that everybody's listening to now is just making us just not want to grow up. And you cannot raise your kids if you're trying to be like your kids. And I think it's hard for the youth to accept their parents' like rules when they talking in their slang, got on their whole the same outfit, and you know what I'm saying, right? Don't it seem kind of schizophrenic?
Yeah. I feel like if you don't respect your parents, there's no way you can learn from them. Like, I respect my mom just because she's definitely an old head. Like, she tries to do like all little stuff, but at the end of the day, like, we know what generation she's from, and she carries herself as I'm a mom, I'm a single parent, and I have a child to raise. So it's just, you just respect that.
I mean, I know I still be liking to wear booty shorts and half shirts. Like, I know. And I know my son sometimes be like, my mother is just so young-spirited, but when it comes down to talking real life stuff, he sees that we're about business, we're about change, we're activists in our own right, and I think that creates a great, healthy balance. If you are going to be a mother that likes to be out and about, you got to be talking about the things that's happening, the social change. You got to advocate for your child and be like, but I'm going to hang out all weekend. I'm just saying, it's a way you can do both if you want to do both. Let's see. Boycott Sunday worship. I'm telling you. And we ain't going to talk about no church because I don't want to talk about church with nobody's child because I don't know what nobody else's belief is. And, let's see. Jay says they love the white man's crumbs and don't want the entire loaf from the black man. Exactly. And so today I'm saying happy Independence Day to regular women because finally we winning. Finally we're saying fuck all the fake bullshit. We tired of it. if they could break away from Britain, if governments have been overthrown in places, I went to Ghana, they overthrew their government, you know what I'm saying? They still got some westernization issues going on, but that's really because of what they're seeing happening over here. They don't see enough of real accounts of what's really happening to us, so they don't understand. But they overthrew their government, and I'm saying I'm overthrowing the government and the ideas of their ideas that they put on society about what beauty is, what strength is, what resilience is, what black families look like. I want to change the way the nuclear family looks, and it's not like the Cosby Show and a house and the
You got
picket.
$7?
Yeah.
Let me get $7.
You got change?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I say you date my son, goddammit, you better have some. Day one, you got $7, man. I ain't got no cash on me. Where you go?
Huh? He in the room.
I'm gonna get it from day one.
Oh, he gonna get it from.
What you need?
Huh?
He gonna get it from day one. Ain't that nice? And she got money. Shoot, they got jobs up in this feast. I loves it. But yeah. So I think I want to say Happy Independence Day to every real regular woman who decides to stand tall in her beauty, the DNA. Yes.
You don't supposed to pay for shit. You supposed to say, day one, give your daddy $7 for me.
I just want every woman who is deciding to stand up and love the skin they're in to say, I'm grateful for you. I think we should celebrate today. We could change the holiday to make it mean what we want it to mean. People is off today, so fuck it. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna grill out anyway. So let's make it about us today. Let's make it about us just saying that we no longer subscribe to the social norms. We make our own rules. We make our own moves. And we taking over, and we will not let the world tell us what is acceptable, because there have always been times in history when somebody has stepped up and said, this shit is not acceptable. This does not represent me. The 13 colonies said, this British government does not represent the belief system that I have, my religious thought process, and we over here growing shit. Well, they got us working, but you know what I'm saying? And you want to tax what we doing, we not doing that. We not. And it's just time for us to go back. If we're going to think about history, fuck going to Africa. I went to Ghana. I loved it. I want to go back. But we Americans. We not Africans. They don't look at us. Africans is like our 1,000th cousin. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can have a baby with your third cousin because you're not really related, right? Your baby probably won't be retarded. So, and I mean retarded in the nice sense of the word, right? I'm just saying. So you can't just go to Africa, and when we over there, they think we're American. They don't consider us African, or, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of like the kids that live up north and go down south. You know what I'm saying? They like, y'all related, but I mean, we don't really know y'all like that, right? So we understand there's the same DNA to a certain extent. So we need to look at history as a reference point of seeing what has been done, no matter who did it, what strides have been met, how things have shifted. I don't care if you white or black, but if it's a reference point to be made, make it not about the things that hold us back, but the things that push us forward. And so, like, as we're going forward and about to shift this thing, it's important that as our Renaissance come back around, for once we own our shit, not like the Harlem Renaissance that they give us as if we had arrived. White people still own that shit. Black people still migrated from the South, went up north, and never came home. So as we come back around in our Renaissance, we need to keep buying black. We need to realize that if there are still crabs in the barrel, we are the crabs. We need to give our brothers and sisters a chance to come up, because a lot of people that start businesses do not have money to start businesses because we stopped leaving life insurance policies and things like that that helped people fill in the gaps. And so if people don't have that no more, all they have is a dream and faith to like try to step out and do something big. At least we can do is stop asking for hookups. And if we gotta wait a little bit longer than 5 minutes, have a make a big deal about you know what I'm saying? That's why black business, there's not a lot of black business, so it's easy to seem like every black business ain't on their shit. But it's a lot of white business. I mean, because if you go to Walmart, you should be highly fucking pissed about how long the lines, you got all these damn lines, and they ain't nothing but 3 ever open. You know what I'm saying? Like if we want to be mad about some business, that's the type of stuff that we should be mad about. And that every time you call Sprint, a person from India answered, or any customer service. I would like, when it's about my money, I want to talk to a person that's American, especially because I'm about to ask for you to give me some payment arrangements. So I need for the person that I'm speaking to, to understand the need that I have as an American. Or if you fucked up my bill, I need you to understand the numbers that I'm saying, right? And when I ask to speak to a manager, a supervisor, I don't want you to come back and call yourself another name and still sound the same. I can tell it's you. Like, I need you to stop it. So that's why I'm not really off from Donald Trump. He said, make America great. I feel like if we ain't going to be first in line, we damn sure need to be second. And if we know we don't have the support of white people, then we need to stick together. I'm not prejudiced. I ain't got no power, so you can't be prejudiced because you got to have power to be racist. I'm not racist. Well, wait. One of them you got to have. I'm neither one. But we do live by stereotypes. I love everybody, but I'm saying I want to win. I want my kids to win. I want their kids to win. I'm not going to pretend like I want somebody else to be better than me because I don't. I want us to come up. And if we share in a melting pot with too many people, it's making it too hard. You know, so I am so happy to have my guest here with me today. And let's see. Somebody said, young naked girl, that's right. I definitely wanted to, let me see, what Jamaica saying? That's the same way other cultures feel. They don't identify as black. Native country comes first. Exactly. Racist. You can't be racist. Yeah, I ain't got no power. So I don't stand in the way of anybody making it big, but I want to make sure, when I say big, just surviving and stuff like that. But I just think we need to stand together. And that's just a side note of the Independence Day. Today is regular Women's Independence Day. And from this day forward, we promise to set a presence in this world that is undeniable. We promise to never lose our crown again. We promise this time to truly carry the weight of our race on our backs, not slavery, because we did not have shit to do with slavery. We have something to do with now. We promise to be the role models that we're supposed to be. We promise to look at our sisters and at least tell one sister she looks nice today. The more you say that, the more you say it some more. You just promise to start to see, to show the world that there is a black woman that exists that they do not see on television, and that is us, most of us. It's less of them than it is us. And we deserve to be cocky and arrogant. We deserve to say, I'm better than you. This is not a phase. This is not a fad. This is a movement. We will change the world one day at a time, one person at a time, 1 second at a time. Everything we do matters from this point on. And every day as a black woman, you should be offering some words of wisdom, some words of encouragement, some love, some upliftment, anything to your fellow sister, your daughter, your niece, somebody in passing. And you should smile at every black man. He will not know why, but he will know that that smile is something different because you know a secret. And the secret is a change is coming and we gonna change it. He might not know, it's not a secret, I just told everybody, but I'm just saying a change is coming. And we could do this, and it can happen. You got civil rights without internet. You know what I'm saying? You had Marcus Garvey without the internet. Like, you had so many great movements without, you had the Black Panthers without a movement. Like, and we ain't gonna let nobody tell us we angry and all that type of stuff. We know who we are. We know what our roles are. And it starts by, you know, again, you cannot be a total woman without being a naked girl. You cannot be a naked girl without understanding the Bears and Bubbles. And what the Bears and Bubbles say is, fuck the world, don't ask me for shit. Because I listen to the blue in me, and the blue says that I do what the fuck I want to do, and my cocky arrogance is a shield against the world. And so those are my squad that understands the lingo that I just said. We should have a right fist up, you dig. And those of y'all who do not understand, you need to tune in to J. Michael Clark's YouTube page Monday through Saturday at 7:45 a.m. and on Sunday at 9 o'clock. Unless we in the studio making hits, living like rock stars, then we might push it back an hour sometimes. But yes, let's not just talk about it, let's be about it. And when we get to Texas, we're gonna be in Texas from the 8th to the 16th, but we're officially starting our Naked Girls chapter in Dallas on July 13th and the 14th. And then, check us out. We'll have some information up on Facebook, let you know where we're going to be at. It'll be a meet and greet on the 13th poolside. And then on the 14th, it'll be at a restaurant. I think it's called Blue Mesa. And it'll be like real special. And this is the first of many chapters. And I just can't wait to see this thing take over, you know, the country. I know it's going to be global because, I mean, we're already global. And so we live in our future now. And all we're doing is walking each step as if it's already happened, because it has. And what else? So Naked Girls Texas, here we come. We will have Feedback Friday. Don't know where yet. If I'm in Texas, we'll have it in Texas. Hopefully next Total Woman Tuesday, I will be getting up with some people that's in Texas and going live there. And that's about it. I won't keep y'all long because I know people got shit to grill and fireworks to see. Happy Independent Woman Day. Thank you for tuning in. Our lovely Deja. I'm going to let us go out on some Naked Girls for a second. Hey, Day One. You on no post? Oh. Maybe he didn't know. I probably didn't make that clear. Probably so. You left. The equipment man had to leave, so I had to get up. I just turned the music back on. Come on, let's right here real quick. Come on. See? I said come on, he said no. She said, and he said, you too tall. See how that go? They don't care. I ain't got no power no more. Listen. I just want you to get this shit. I'll be down for the festival. Austin. I ain't want that. I want that. That's oh, Dominique just had a next to the picture. Just tell you about the picture. They said prom pictures. People tell us you like Solange. Y'all have a great day. You see your take stop streaming. You gotta